I've been in business for 40 years. Your prize is working with me. You're fired. You're fired. No good. Same old story. You're fired.
Good evening, welcome to The Apprentice, You're Fired. Though we've been dying to meet him, we can't believe the moment's come so soon to see Rafe on this show. With the help of our panel and some unseen footage, we'll be examining how issues with tissues had the great Rafe reaching for a box of them. And cringing ever so slightly, we'll be reflecting on the love between Rafe and Michael that sang out so loud and so proud.
Well, you're just eating because you're hungry. Why are you going to do a task here, mate?
Oh, please. On our panel, the singer and TV presenter Louise Redknapp, advertising executive Nick Howarth, and the editor of Glamour Magazine, Jo Elvin. Welcome to you all. Tonight's task of creating a new brand of tissues had Rafe drooling at the thought of directing a feature. It's just a shame the product didn't feature in it. The suspense in the boardroom was simply unbearable.
One of you that's going is the one who actually I think is, with all due respect, a lot of hot air.
Hang on a minute, a lot of hot air? That could be any Apprentice candidate, couldn't it? Surely not our Rafe.
Rafe, you're fired.
Thank you, Sir.
A warm welcome, please, for Rafe Baggio. Rafe, there's something not quite right. I'm not quite smart enough for your wardrobe. Could I just have you on a second, please? Go on, stick it in there. If you can do it, so can I. How's that? You feeling OK? Happy in your skin?
Absolutely. Well, you know, death by tissues. I never imagined in a million years I'd be fired because of a box of tissues. But, you know, there you go. Sir Alan makes a decision and you take it on the chin.
Listen, you look simply immaculate, doesn't he, ladies and gentlemen? Expected nothing less.
Thank you.
Listen, we've got a mirror here.
No, please.
A little look at yourself.
No. I
just check things.
Regardless of what you think, Adrian, I invented test mirrors. So
is that right?
Yeah, I
don't believe it for. I don't believe it for a minute. I don't know how to put this, but in the first show, we thought you were a tool, which oddly was the word that you did use, if you remember, famously right at the beginning.
The spoken word is my tool.
And do you stand by that?
Do you know what, Adrian? I think there are two camps of people. I think the first camp are people who thought, my God, this guy is a tool, and to this day maintain that this guy is still a tool.
There's not many of them left, Rafe.
And then there are those who think, well, a bit of a pillock, and then as the weeks have progressed, probably think to themselves, or at least I'd like them to think, pillock's done good, and yeah. You know, and I hope.
The pillock done good.
Pillock
Words
done good,
are
yeah.
indeed your tool. You put that. You put that very well. It's something we've noticed on The Apprentice, particularly this series. It's an absolute killer. You know somebody's going to get it if they show enthusiasm right at the beginning. Simon really fancied the photography task. Jenny couldn't wait to get to Marrakesh. You couldn't wait to get your hands on that advert. You know, let's see where you went wrong.
The general mood was one of gaiety and general excitement at the prospects of directing our own little, 30-second feature.
Rafe, I didn't send you out to make a remake of Ben-Hur. This was a hard-selling television advert.
I wanted it to be a quality advertisement.
I see what after doing this, I want to get into movies. You should become the next Fellini.
Yeah.
Got any close-ups of these tissues?
Are they zoomed in at any point?
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Okay. Come on, you've forgotten something.
Just trying to ascertain if that's too almost vulgar, just it's kind of in your face.
Come here, my boy.
That close-up is ridiculous.
It is. You made the biggest error going. I don't know what your bloody advert's about. And it would not sell any tissues.
Were you surprised to get it?
I think as a team, collectively, we were absolutely dumbfounded because, as I say and keep saying, I think artistically, if I can use that word, I'm sure I'll have people beg to differ, but artistically, I believe, bearing in mind we'd never ventured into the realm of advertising, our advertisements were better. But of course, this isn't, you know, an artistic programme. This is about, you know, commercials, and that's where we flopped. And I accept that.
Let's speak to a partner in a leading advertising agency. Nick, artistically, did it float your boat?
No, I don't think it did, really. I mean, I think it's a great shame that you got fired, because I think you're undoubtedly one of the stars of the series, but I think the ad was really dreadful. And I think that the key problem was it had no idea at its heart, so there was nothing about the product that was interesting or compelling, so it meant that the end result was inevitably going to feel a little bit flimsy.
But it was better than the other one.
Well, I think, to be honest, I thought both of them were pretty sort of low performers, actually. I mean, I thought that yours clearly had a little bit more style to it, but because it didn't say anything at all about the product. Yeah. You know, one of the great rules is know your audience, and for you guys, your audience was going to be Sir Alan, and probably no surprise that he was going to look for something that was a lot clearer in terms of selling the tissues.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the ad.
In any kind of relationship, we all need a little bit of comfort.
Try as I may, I can never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know.
Louise.
Yes.
Would you purchase tissues like this? Do you love your tissues?
I don't love my tissues, but I have to say that box would look better in my house than the bright yellow one. Personally. That in my kitchen is not working.
You're not in a yellow kind of house?
No. But I don't know about I love my tissues. And, you know, it's a shame. I can see... I mean, I think everyone can see where the mistakes were made, and I think quite clearly you just didn't follow the brief as exact as what you needed to. But I think